o'clock on the East Coast. It is 5 o'clock on the West Coast. It is the 9th of October in the year of our Lord 2025. Season 16, episode 16, 737 times you have been welcome to the Clubhouse Podcast, your one-stop shop for all things for sports, entertainment, pop culture, and pro wrestling. I have no idea why I just did that, but I was losing the word. Welcome. My name is Rob. I am the executive producer of the Clubhouse Podcast, and I get to DJ an 80s party this weekend. Very much looking forward to that. Over there is my co-host and a man who's keeping it simple tonight, and there's nothing doggone well wrong with that. He is Alex.
Well, got to keep it simple. Otherwise, I just feel like a piece of burnt bread from a German children's show.
I see what you
That's a reference for only two people on this panel.
That is true. At the bottom of your screen is the official fact checker of Sooner Gator Productions, and a man who's been very quiet this week. And there's also nothing doggone well wrong with that. You may know him as Igbunu, but his mama named him Don Ford. I'm going to call him Don Ford. Hey, man.
People that would appreciate that fact.
Oh, I didn't say it was appreciated. I just said there's nothing wrong with it every once in a while.
I know. I mean, just it's something kind of new. Just life just keeps you busy.
We start this week's episode with breaking news on two different fronts. Announced yesterday, if you are on the north side of the Metroplex, big news for you. Starting in the 2026 season, the UFL's Renegades will be playing their games at Toyota Stadium in Frisco. They are now going back to the Dallas Renegades and no longer the Arlington Renegades. That is a gorgeous stadium currently where FC Dallas plays. It's under a multi-million-dollar renovation. A friend of the show, Rachel Wimberly, who also lives up on this end of town, very excited because she was a season ticket holder at one point. Ooh, I lost my earbuds there for a minute. That's kind of weird. Speaking of which, got an interesting topic for Tech Talk tonight, boys. So we'll be looking forward to the UFL 2026 season. I haven't been there since they've been renovating everything, but I've been to a couple of concerts there, been to an FC Dallas match there. It's a great little stadium. It's not huge. There's a lot of restaurants.
Sneaks up on you too.
Right, yeah. And it's right down the street from the National Video Game Museum, which I love. So we'll be keeping you posted on that. Also announced with the NBA season less than 2 weeks away, it will not start with LeBron James. He has a right sciatica problem that will keep him out 3 to 4 weeks. I have had a mild
he's been playing
sciatica
since the 80s, so.
Well, I mean, I've had a mild sciatica. Usually that's what I was told it was. That is not enjoyable. It is basically.
No, it is not.
Basically, wherever it affects you on your leg, it just starts to burn, and there's nothing you can do about it except wait it out. So, come back when you're
big
ready.
Decision.
What, Don?
Was that his big decision he was talking about this week? Or
No.
Like that?
No.
Okay.
No. Can we pretend like that didn't happen?
It's just
because it
broke
was
today.
stupid.
So,
Okay.
NCAA
the big
football-
just so we can check the box and move on, Don. The big decision was him doing a stupid commercial.
Oh.
No, get your money. NCAA football week 6.
Like
BYU
he needs more of it.
Over West Virginia. Yeah. Iowa State upset by Cincinnati. The Bearcats winning by 8. Georgia.
That was funny.
You are on a bit of a delay, so if it sounds like we're talking on top of each other, that could be why. So, Georgia all over Kentucky by 3 touchdowns. Illinois wins big over Purdue. Now, let's talk about Purdue for a minute. Don, I'd like to make you hip to a little factoid that came my way the other day.
Go for it.
I sent this to Alex, and we both giggled like children.
Okay.
Somebody actually went and did the research.
All right.
What was the big entertainment news for last week? Do you remember? What came out last weekend?
That I'm going to Disney in a week and a half?
No, that
didn't
come
some
out.
Reviews coming up? Or would it be Taylor Swift?
So Taylor Swift's The Life of a Showgirl releases on Friday.
Okay.
Purdue is now perfect Every time a Taylor Swift album has been released since her first album, Purdue has lost that weekend. Somebody did the digging. Every single time she releases an album, they lose.
So it happened on the
Now, that is 11 albums.
Yeah.
11.
Okay.
They got beat 43-27 by Illinois.
Well, I wouldn't call that an upset.
No, they got beat, Don.
I mean, was that an upset?
No.
Okay.
Illinois was ranked.
Okay. So, I mean, it was no big surprise that they lost.
No, they were both ranked, but...
Yeah, but it kept the trend going.
Here comes my parade.
Yeah.
Here comes Don peeing all over it. Let's see. Michigan beats up on Badger. Notre Dame all over Boise State. Virginia squeaks one out against Louisville. Vandy takes the loss at Alabama. I said it last week. You're going into their house. Don't run your mouth, quarterback, and the quarterback ran his mouth, and look what happens. In a game,
and I still maintain, if any quarterback has earned it, Diego Pavia has.
I'm not saying he hasn't earned it, but that still don't mean you do it.
Also true.
And in a game that I questioned the line on, that Alex actually supported the line, I guess you could say, Florida beats Texas as they are now on their way to this town for OU Texas weekend. So if you don't need to be anywhere near downtown, don't be anywhere near downtown for the next 4 days.
And if you're a Longhorn fan, don't be anywhere near Ziggy for about a month.
Yeah,
because he's going to be unbearable after this game. I'm calling it now.
UCLA.
What is OU his team?
Yes.
Okay.
Big Oklahoma fan. Speaking of Oklahoma, they blank Kent State by 44. UCLA over Penn State. Tech continues to win over Houston. A&M with a win over fellow SEC member Mississippi State. Ohio State continues to roll. And Florida State tries to give Miami all they can, but cannot get the job done and lose by 6. What's up, Alex?
Oh, no. I thought I was having audio issues, so I was just working on it while you were covering that. I was trying not to distract.
Yahoo Sports site is a pain in my butt. Let's get into...
You want to talk about a pain in the butt? Prime doesn't even have the game up yet, and it's less than 10 minutes away.
I'm watching it right now.
I don't have it coming up. That's weird.
I'm watching pregame right now. It came right up for me.
I must be having issues on my end in multiple.
And I've actually got it on the Prime Vision. Okay, fair enough. I'm just saying. That game getting underway. I mean, are you in any hurry to watch that game, sir?
I might have a 7.5 situation.
Oh, okay. There's a vested interest, not necessarily on the obvious.
I am a Giants fan, but I also like money better.
Yeah.
Last week, San Francisco getting 8.5 and didn't need it in a game in overtime that America that doesn't live in Northern California went, I'm sorry, what? And I'm not making any bones about it. I dropped Brock Purdy today. I'm hoping he's still there next week, but I had to pick up a defense for this week because my defense is on the bye, and my OCD goes nuts if I got somebody on a bye and I don't have the slot filled. Minnesota giving 3.5. They win.
I have been looking at Brock Purdy. I'm just going to give you a heads up right there.
All right. Minnesota giving 3.5 and win by 4. Whew. Had it. But only by 0.5 point. Okay. There he goes. What is happening on this show tonight?
He did say the 1 minute. Don likes to schedule things for about 7:10.
In a game that I believe I had Houston minus 2.5, they beat Baltimore by almost 5 touchdowns, which is insane.
I think we all had Houston on that one.
Carolina wins as they were given Miami 1 in a game that I don't really want to relive. That was horrible. That's that
you
game.
Want a funny one about that?
Go ahead.
That's the only game I missed last week.
I got 4.
No. I mean, I literally, on the ones that matter, that's the only one I missed out of maybe 12.
Yeah, Miami that's the reason I'm glad I have RedZone, because I can just watch clips. I don't have to sit through the whole thing.
And I had a bunch of friends. We don't have to wait.
I had quite a few friends from South Florida that made the trip to Charlotte. I saw on my social media. Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
That's cool.
Denver getting 4, but they win by 4 over Philly on the road. Dallas, we knew that they were going to be all over the Jets. They were giving a 1.5, but that didn't matter. Let's see here. Giants, New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to apologize to Alex ahead of time because
I had the Saints, sir.
That's not. I don't know if you saw the stat on this, Don. 5 straight possessions, 5 straight turnovers by the Giants on Sunday.
Is that a record or something like that?
No,
You're not
it's not.
going to win a game when that happens. If you do, it's because we're in bizarro world, which we might be. I don't know.
Sir, I have been a Giants fan for decades. This is not new territory for me. And to go as far as to say there has been a situation where we have turned the ball over that much and won, but that's because ineptitude on both sides.
No free ads, but shout out to my Ninja Thirsty for supplying this beverage. It is the watermelon lime.
I was gonna ask, since it had a peculiar color.
It is enjoyable. I'm going to be ordering more flavors from the website.
Good.
Very skilled.
There's my parade. There's Don peeping all over it. All right.
That's what you love about me.
Is it though?
Yeah.
I think you need a new vocab book, Don.
Raiders go to
I know what a lexicon is.
A decade ago. Vegas goes to Indianapolis and gets shown the door 40-6. Tampa Bay in a sloppy game. I did say give me Tampa plus the points. They didn't need it because they win by 3. Titans, oh God. For the second time this year, somebody drops the ball before the ball crosses the plane. When Allen Iverson is giving you grief on first take, that's your first problem. He was on first take yesterday as Mad Dog was losing his mind. One of his what makes you mad things was he showed the entire early set from Sunday and was just like, this is the worst Sunday early set I've spent in years. And he's not wrong.
No, he's not. But what's really funny about this is you look at the comedy of errors. Remember how I said me losing on the Rams' bad beat of the blocked field goal? I will eschew the crown. Somebody who lost on Arizona this past week has it so much worse because you have the fumble through the end zone. You have the interception that's not an interception that becomes a touchdown to get within the field goal. And that was just so bad by Arizona. All of the love I had at the beginning of the season for Arizona may have been misplaced. I'm just going to put that out there right now and own it. In week 5. Sorry?
You get the game up yet?
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
For some reason, it wouldn't come up as one of the options. I had to go searching.
So strange.
Yeah.
Washington, I believe I had them plus the 3. They win by 17. Detroit gets 10 and they don't cover, but they do win by a touchdown. New England
points.
Did not have that one. Did not have New England beating Buffalo outright. And
I had New England all the way.
And Jacksonville. The time Don gets off the Jacksonville train. So just know going forward, NFL teams, if Don is bandwagoning your team, wait until
you got about 3 years.
Wait till the year after.
Yeah. But he falls down and then still somehow proceeds to run it in. But did you see the video calling out Chris Jones on the play?
I don't know that I have.
I wish I had it readily available, so I do apologize, but this is something to go look for after we wrap up. Chris Jones does what he does. He's a future Hall of Famer, in my opinion. Hits the line because it looks like a run. Nothing's moving. He just starts walking away, holding his hand up, realizes they're still running, and he just kind of starts walking towards the direction of Trevor Lawrence during the play. It wasn't a good look, but he wasn't getting there.
We are about underway at MetLife Stadium with the Giants hosting the Eagles. Philly's giving them 7.5.
Yeah, ask me how many Saquon over props I have.
Quan. I mean, they didn't.
You should have said Quan over props on that.
Well, no, because it's only the one word.
Fair enough.
Because it only works if it's with his last name. I do see them feeding him a lot tonight because they didn't last week, which was part of.
They haven't for a while.
I think they're going to be making up for the lack of the run game last week by overrunning it this week. I would still take Philly with the points, but I'm kind of rooting for the Giants right now, and not just because they feel cool.
I see hope in the Giants, but Philly, after that unfortunate loss the way they did, this is one of those games I feel like I could potentially bet it up to 2 touchdowns. I have the Saquon over on the rushing. I have it on the touchdowns. Allegedly. Let's put the big asterisk out there. But yeah, this is going to be an all Saquon game.
And we talked about the last 2 undefeated teams losing last week, and this could be the earliest in the season that they pop the champagne in.
It is not. I have done the research.
Okay, good.
There are 2 prior instances since 1972 where the earliest there was not an undefeated team was after week 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And Barkley has
what do you know? Saquon
for 20 yards.
Because subtlety. And you know
Sunday
what?
Morning,
this makes me feel like I need to apologize to Daniel Jones, but I'm not going to do it.
Sunday morning, we're
on
back.
That game. Even though they're inter-division, because I know you don't like big spreads on inter-division games, you're still okay. So me, when I did the picks on our ESPN pick board at the beginning of the week, it was 6.5. Now it's 7.5. I'm still going to take the 6. I picked 6.5 originally. I'm still going to stay 7.5.
Sunday morning,
I think we're all on Philly for that one because the Giants are just bad. They're getting better, but they're bad.
We're back overseas again on Sunday morning, 8:30 Central. Denver versus the Jets.
I feel like I want to say something so it's fair and level playing field. So Denver just had a really big game that they won against a very good team on the East Coast. Denver is a West Coast ? Team. They went from Philly to London. So they've already been acclimated over there. The Jets did not.
Which is a smart move.
Yeah. Jets are getting there tomorrow.
They're giving the Jets 7.5. That fact alone, it's good. It ain't enough.
I hate that there's a hook on it, but yeah, I think it's Denver it's a good number, but it's Denver by 7 or 8. So I'll take that option.
Especially since they've been there for close to a week and now they're really used to the time change versus the Jets who get there. Because every time I gone there, it's like that overnight thing. I need to sleep the next day. Yeah, I'm taking the donkeys.
Hey, I'm just saying, don't count out some of the nicer planes. I've been watching a lot of travel videos on YouTube, and there's some really nice first class stuff out there.
I know that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying with that time travel, my body. Even we'll fly premium economy when we go overseas.
Time travel?
What?
You time travel?
No, I said when we travel overseas.
No, you said when you time travel. I was like, wait a minute, you time travel?
No, the time with the travel distance.
Don, you mumbled over every time. No. I'm trying to explain it for both of you. Don, you mumbled over saying every time, and it sounded like time travel.
Okay.
Because
your mic doesn't pick up automatically. Rob,
I got to get over there and fix that for him at some point.
Okay.
Rams go to Baltimore, and they're giving Baltimore 7.5. Baltimore looks atrocious right now. When you get beat
craziest part of
10,
there's an outside chance Lamar plays in this game. I don't think he will. I think that Baltimore is about to shudder every nicked up person for this week because they have a bye next week or a bye relatively soon. I think it's next week, but they're just going to try and, gauze and say second half of the season's when we're going to push. We're going to be the Bengals of this year, but we're actually going to get there this time.
They're going to Belichick it. Season doesn't start till Thanksgiving.
Till December or something.
Yeah.
They're going to mothball. It's the opposite side of Baltimore. What do you think, Don?
If it was a division game, I would probably take Baltimore with that many points, but it's not. And they've been getting clobbered. As much as I love to see this, I'm still going to take the Rams.
Yeah, I think we're all on the Rams for this one because it's ugly.
Yeah.
Jacksonville is giving a point to Seattle.
Actually, you want a crazy one on this?
Go ahead.
Depending on where you look, it goes every direction. You can find Seattle as a favorite. You can find them as a dog. You can find it as a pick. It's crazy.
But for the sake of this show,
I'm just clarifying that there's usually not that.
I am not on the Jacksonville train yet. I think Seattle can win this game. Especially, it's only a point. Give me Seattle +1.
To be perfectly honest, I like Seattle here too, because for as Don alluded to it, a non-divisional game, you need a team that plays defense, runs the ball, can counteract any kind of shenanigans. And if I told you that despite your boys, Don, having the record they do, they lead the NFL in turnovers. Give me Seattle. They play defense.
With my dark horse again, I just feel that choo-choo train going. I'm taking Jacksonville, especially when it's 1.5.
By the way, choose them, Don?
Yes, I do. Ralph Wiggum.
There you go. And you say you have no cred.
On The Simpsons, I do.
Yeah.
Marvel, no. Simpsons, yeah.
I'm being polite, Don. Stop ruining it.
Okay.
Rob?
We good?
No.
Or are we just going to keep tagging sentences on that are unnecessary so I can keep the show moving? Teams on the bye this week are Houston, and Minnesota, who deserves the bye this week. They've been overseas for 2 weeks. Next up, Dallas goes to Carolina and is giving them 3. It ain't enough. I don't trust the Panthers. I don't trust the Panthers more than I don't trust Dallas.
Yeah, if this becomes a track meet, Carolina can't keep up. Neither one of these teams can play defense, but I can't tell you the next time I'm going to trust Bryce Young.
It's originally 3.5. Now it's 3. You know what? I'm going to take the upset. I'm going to take the Panthers.
All right, fair enough.
I just see something.
They are at home. It's a good call.
Kind of.
Cleveland goes to Insurance Stadium. Steelers are giving 5.5. I don't want to say it ain't enough, but I think Pittsburgh can win this by a touchdown. At home.
I agree. This is also going to be the first road game for Dylan Gabriel, who didn't look great, but he didn't look as bad as I thought he would. Pittsburgh had some time on the break to try and fix everything. So I think they're going to come out with the extra time and they're going to win it clearly.
It's a division game. 4.5 is what I just. If it was, I would. I'm taking Pittsburgh, but my only worry is it's division.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And just so that we're clear, I got hammered in fantasy on our league this week, and I was on the bye, which means I probably lost that one too in the Sunset Lounge League. New England goes to New Orleans. New England's giving them 3.5. New England's starting to roll a little bit. I'm not saying I believe in the Patriots, but they can beat New Orleans by at least 4.
I've been on the Patriots since. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. That's on me. I waited too long. Go ahead.
I've been on the Patriots since before the season started. I'm not getting off the train against the Aints. Let's go, Patriots.
Don.
New Orleans ain't getting it. They're not doing too good this year, but neither is New England, but they're kind of in that move. So I'm going to take New England since it's so low too on the line.
Chargers go to Joe Robbie Stadium. They're giving Miami 4.5. It's not November yet, so Chargers aren't ready to charger. Give me the Chargers +4 or -4.5 because Miami.
Do we have some kind of a siren or something we could hit?
What for?
Let me look. Can we do this?
Dolphins not only cover, they win.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Two big things. Oh my God, he's just playing with the board now.
No, that one counts though.
Yeah, but the two things, this is an early enough game that San Diego, Los Angeles, whatever, aren't going to be used to the heat of the sidelines that Joe Robbie is known for. But on top of it, how bad did the Chargers look last week? As soon as Joe Alt went out, they couldn't protect Herbert. They couldn't do anything. And the one thing the Dolphins are still doing is rushing the passer. Not well, but between Bradley Chubb and a couple other people, I think the Chargers are going to have trouble. The Dolphins are still scoring somewhat here and there. I think they're going to win an ugly game.
Don.
I think the Chargers will win, but I'm going to take Miami in the points.
Maybe
It'll be close.
See if this one works. There we go.
That's a good one.
That's half of what we used to do when we would do the countdown for spoilers. Is it
3, 2, 1.
Took me a while to
Yeah,
find.
I swear I thought I heard Patrick Starr in there somewhere.
We had this one.
Does not compute.
That was my initial reaction. Arizona goes to Lucas Oil Stadium. Indy's giving them 7.5. I don't like the hook, but Arizona's starting to Arizona. Oh, by the way, Jackson Dart, are you kidding me? And that necklace. Dear God, that necklace.
The kid's got skills. I don't know what it is.
Jackson Dart era is rolling in New York.
Brian Daboll's like, I might have another year of a job.
How close are you to me right now, coverage wise?
Well, Dart is hitting the sideline now.
Okay, so you're actually about 3 seconds ahead of me because he was still running.
Well, we've had this. I'm behind you on the show, but I'm ahead of you on Prime, and it doesn't balance.
But Indy giving 7.5. Arizona just did not look good last week. I'm going to take Indy minus the 7.5.
I would take Indy all the way up to 12. I don't think this is going to be a particularly enjoyable game. I think Indy gets up and they just put it in coast, because here's the other thing. If you look at it mathematically, and there are a few different sites available to certain degenerates, where you can mathematically equate how likely a player who is questionable, doubtful, whatever, is to play independent of everything else. Current estimated amount, 30% that Kyler Murray plays this week. So get ready for Jacoby Brissett and a whole lot of handing off to your third and fourth and fifth string running back.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Started at 6.5 actually on our thing. Now it's 7.5.
It's going to get
needles moving.
I think it's going to get steamed up to 10.
Yeah, I'm taking the Colts.
Trying to fix something and it's not wanting to fix.
Sounds like my life.
There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, I'll do more later. Let's see. Tennessee heads across the country to find out that the autumn wind is a raider. And Vegas is giving them 4. Give me Vegas.
Vegas has looked terrible, but this is the exact kind of get right spot that this team needs right now, because Tennessee, it's interesting because Tennessee has the pieces, but it looks like nobody knows how to put the puzzle together. And I partially blame the Callahans for being completely inept when it gets past the offensive line.
Not wrong.
So somebody's going to get a really great team to work with next year. I mean, if they had a coach, I don't know, if they had hired somebody else, like, I don't know, maybe a Mike Vrabel or something, this might have worked.
Don, what you got?
Wow, that was quiet.
Okay, I thought you were still going.
No.
No, they're still midterms. You know, I'll take the Raiders since at home.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
What is going on with my ancient iPad? I need a new iPad.
You know, it's interesting that I watched the Letterkenny episode where Wayne has the line of, I thought it was really funny when I said the Florida State Seminole Vesicles and none of you reacted. I feel that right now.
I got distracted. I apologize. San Francisco goes to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay gives them 3, which makes it
even.
That is correct. And we just, by the way, with Tennessee Vegas, we're in the late set. I'm just going to take Tampa Bay because reasons.
I have a question for both of you in this.
Yes, sir.
Could either of you confidently answer, is Tampa Bay the best team in the NFC?
They're trying real hard.
Because I feel like they might be right now. So until further notice, give me the Bucks, and, you know, we need a nickname. If Fitzmagic goes with Baker Magic Field, he's got a lot of fourth quarter comebacks. We need to workshop this.
He's Baker because he's cooking, baby.
There. Okay, yeah, I'll give you that one.
So it started at 2.5. So it shows it still moved. I'm taking Tampa too. It's going to be a barn burner. It's going to be a great game.
Going into tonight, all 4 of your division leaders in the NFC are 4-1.
Yep.
So let's see. Where else are we going?
I'm still shocked that we have no undefeated teams right now. This is great.
Green Bay hosting the beginning of the Joe Flacco era in Cincinnati. Green Bay's giving them 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns.
Just based on a principle of a rule. I'm just saying this up front. 14.5 is too many points for any NFL team to lay. So from a betting aspect, I have to take Cincinnati. But from a just humor standpoint, there's no way Green Bay wins this by less than double digits. It's close. It's a ridiculous number. Because let's think about it. How poorly run is Cincinnati as an organization? Your star quarterback goes down.
There's not a bar low enough.
Yeah. Your first round pick was literally like, can I go back to college? And you just keep getting your quarterbacks killed because there's no offensive line. So of all the options, you trade for 48-year-old Joe Flacco who can't move. I hope he has a heck of an insurance plan with this contract. It better be fully funded and guaranteed.
And that's your best case scenario.
I know they're getting it clobbered, but I'm with that many points, I'm taking the Bengals. That's just 14. Yeah.
Because the other part is they may be up by 30 at halftime, and then the backups are beating the Bengals or the Bengals are beating the Packers cheerleaders at that point.
I'm taking Green Bay just to be a contrarian. That's why
I don't hate it.
I need to hit a button because I need to know what it does. Hold on.
Oh, sexy girlfriend.
Okay. I like that one. That brings me joy.
It so didn't fit. I was hoping it would fit like an arrow or something.
Sunday Night Football. Detroit goes to Arrowhead. Arrowhead's giving them 2.5. The way Kansas City is performing right now, I will take the Lions plus 2.5. And I'm starting Patrick Mahomes. What does that tell you?
I hate this game. And it should be fun.
That's why I'm watching Bound for Glory during this game.
I don't feel great about it, but I feel like I have to take the Lions because they have the points. Neither one of these teams is playing great right now. Yeah, KC should be motivated, but every team is motivated. Throw that out the window. Give me the points with Detroit.
So, what's the line is 2.5 for who?
Detroit is getting 2.5.
So they're favored.
Oh, I apologize. I said it backwards. Give me Kansas City in the points then.
Kansas City is minus 2.5.
Okay. So it was 1.5, now gone to 2.5. I'm still thinking Detroit.
Who is Jackson Dart?
Quarterback of the future, baby.
You know, the funny thing is, if you go back on this show about 3 years ago, I was raving about him as a Heisman frontrunner when Lane Kiffin brought him with him to Ole Miss, and it didn't happen. And lo and behold, he wound up on our Giants.
We have another Monday night doubleheader this week because Raw's on at 7 o'clock in the morning, so you don't have to worry about that.
Hot take, get rid of the Thursday games. Always do Monday doubleheaders.
I like the Thursday game. Do them both. Got enough teams. Your early game Monday night at 6:15 Central will be Buffalo at Atlanta. Buffalo's giving them 4.5. I'll take it because we're about time for Falcons to Falcon.
The Falcons are way better at home, and they can put up points. Yeah, but after that loss, Buffalo's going to be extra angry.
Yeah.
Give me Buffalo.
Started 3.5. So, I'm taking Buffalo too. Easily.
And your second game Monday night at 7:15 Central, Chicago goes to FedEx Field. What is happening at MetLife Stadium? It's now about to be 14-3. And we're only 10 minutes into this thing. Wandale Robinson. This guy's shaking his head.
No, watch this play because Jackson Dart has
watched it happen.
Nothing. He's scrambling. No, I'm saying it for the show, Rob.
Oh, okay.
He's scrambling around, has nothing, and then there's just Wandale Robinson on the side who does the rest of the work. And I love Devin Singletary is blocking nobody all the way to the end zone, even though there's players.
Chicago, Washington minus 4.5. It ain't enough. Oh!
It's your fault. Rob, it's your fault.
No, it's not.
This is your fault. Did you see who the Giants signed as their kicker with Gano on IR?
I did not.
Well, my old lady's good, but my young Hoku.
Hey, I like that kid.
I do too. It's just, I don't know what happened to him. He went, the moment they announced him as the most accurate kicker in NFL history when he passed Justin Tucker, everything fell apart.
All right, gentlemen, Washington minus 4.5.
I'm taking Washington too. I agree.
Yeah.
Washington.
Yeah, it's Washington. This should be a runaway.
All right, boys, let's get into TV and stuff we watched this week on a TV set that was meant to be watched on TV. I got nothing.
So we're currently working through the second season of Andor, and I had mentioned this to you. If you have not seen this, as the guy who has always said, the early seasons of Game of Thrones, brilliant writing, Breaking Bad, brilliant writing, MASH, brilliant writing. The second season of Andor is so phenomenally written and prophetic. It is frighteningly good. And on a lesser note, I did start Monster, the Ed Gein story, and dear God, I was not prepared to be this uncomfortable watching Charlie on him.
I've heard there's a lot of liberty taken with that story.
Spoiler?
Please.
Oh, I was waiting for the sound.
Oh,
The
I'm
countdown.
sorry.
3, 2, 1.
They do something, and I'm only 2 episodes in, so this should tell you how bat guano it is beyond the material. There's 3 separate stories happening concurrently. You have the real world. You have him seeing what his, let's say I wouldn't approve of comics happening in real life that is feeding his actions. But then on a third level, we're following Hitchcock and the making of Psycho.
Good evening.
It's a weird, like, narrative device they're using. You froze in this smirk. It was so bizarre. But in that same vein, the way they're mixing it around, it feels so discombobulated, but I wonder if that's on purpose. What was that? What was that bottom third, Rob?
It was something about James Bond, but that's because they're
I feel like I need to.
They've more added to the Amazon Prime streaming.
Okay.
Don,
James
anything
Bond
you got
after
since
debut
the
in 1961-7, Giants QBs with a winning record.
Don, go ahead.
Okay, so the we started actually the paper.
Lost connection.
Keep going. Alex, I have you. But Don, you said you started the paper.
Yeah, the Office spin-off, whatever, had one. It has Oscar in there. Yeah, only returning player.
Sequel.
It's good. We haven't finished it all, but that's the first start on that one. I enjoy it. I like it. I'm not disappointed with it. I was a big Office fan.
All right. Apple TV Plus has renewed the Buccaneers for season.
Yeah, trying
3.
to compare it to The Office is unfair, though.
Yeah, but I'm not disappointed.
How far behind him?
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
All right. Apple TV has renewed the Buccaneers for season 3. This is their period piece that's kind of, I think it's like Sex in the City if it was like in pirate times. So there's that. A network we don't talk much about just because I'd forgotten it was a thing. Faith and Family announces this week that season 19 of Heartland will premiere November 6th. There'll be 5 episodes, and then the rest of them will start on January the 8th. So I know people that do watch that show didn't realize it was a Faith and Family Network thing. HBO Max has announced new episodes of Wipeout are coming November 4th. If you saw that commercial during Dynamite, I loved it. I'm not much of a Nicole Byers fan, but I did
not see this.
Basically, she's like, what am I going to do when I'm by myself and then I see somebody wipe out and I don't have you? And John Cena goes, help them, which I thought was very funny. They also announced that your next Game of Thrones spinoff, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, will kick off January the 18th. So get ready for that. Hulu.
Did you see the trailer for this?
I have not. I just saw the headline like this morning. So
I hate to say it, but it looks like we're going to have a happy story.
All right.
And it looks really fun.
Hulu has announced that season 3 of One Punch Man. This is the anime that you would recognize. The guy looks kind of like Doug from back in the day with no hair. That's going to kick off on Sunday.
And a cape.
Yep. Netflix.
Nice.
Great, cool announcement from Netflix yesterday. Do you like board games?
Yeah.
Don,
Mm-hmm.
what was your favorite board game back in the day?
I had a couple, but you always had the favorite Monopoly.
See, I've never been a big Monopoly guy. It just takes too long. Netflix is doing a competition series based on Clue. So basically, there will be mental.
That's what this was?
Yes. So there will be
saw some teasers, but I couldn't figure it out.
And then once they finish those challenges, they will go in, and at the end of each episode, I don't know if it's a person or a team, they haven't said for sure, but they do the thing where you say, this is who I think did it in the room and the weapon. And if it's not right, a jackpot builds.
Oh, wow.
So
I
I'm
like
very
that.
interested in this. Paramount Plus.
I will say real fast, another game I always loved growing up was Risk. Always loved Risk.
It takes too long. But I'm the guy that likes Trivial Pursuit, so take that for what you're paying for it.
I love that too. I always love Trivial.
Which I'm still waiting for Alex to come over so we can play the new one I got. Oh, I think I don't know what happened there. Oh, did he come unplugged?
No, but I came chewed.
Oh, that Kai?
No. she's actually behaving for the first time. It was Lola of all cats.
Good Lord. Let's see. Paramount
But I'm
slash
the only human here.
slash Showtime. We have on the new season of Watson, they've cast Morris Chestnut's father, who will be played by Clark Peters from The Wire.
Oh, I like that.
I like that a lot. Also, now I know Don was upset a couple of weeks ago when I told him that Dexter Original Sin had been canceled. However, Dexter Resurrection has been renewed for a second season.
I didn't realize. Okay. I think Don and I had the same disconnect when that happened. Because I thought you were saying that Resurrection was canceled when you were announcing it last time.
Original Sin was canceled, the prequel.
Okay. Don's going to be much happier then.
Let's see. Prime Video has renewed the Bosch spinoff Ballard for a second season.
Okay.
And an interesting announcement from NBC this week. Jimmy Fallon will be producing a new game show that will be hosted by the Today Show's Savannah Guthrie. And Don, pay attention because I think this is in your wheelhouse, if I'm not mistaken.
Listen.
It's based on Wordle.
Oh, really?
You are getting a Wordle game show coming soon to a NBC/Peacock screen near you.
See how that goes.
So, and Vice has renewed Dark Side of the Ring for season 7, but have not announced what they're doing yet.
They have crowdsourced for ideas, though.
Well, that's where they get most of the ideas.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, it absolutely is. But at this point, as informed as we are, and you guys are more informed than I am in this scope, I don't know what we really have left. I know there's always rocks to overturn, but being able to have something to overturn and be interesting enough to fuel a show that you're trying to get, paid, renewed, all of that on, I don't know what we really have left.
Yeah. TV on DVD and Blu-ray this week is just the complete series of Curb Your Enthusiasm will be available this week. Let's get into movies and stuff we watched this week as a movie on a movie screen or a TV screen or some other screen that might show movies. I don't prepare those. I just make them up as I go. So,
oh, we know.
I almost watched the movie today,
Mm-hmm.
but if you're watching the game, you just saw the commercial that said it doesn't hit Peacock until tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Don, you have my word as a gentleman.
Okay.
By the time this show goes on the air next week, I will have watched How to Train Your Dragon because it hits Peacock tomorrow.
Yep.
And we have already begun
But
getting for your consideration stuff. So,
Don wasn't here, but when will you be starting to watch or How to Train Your Alien? Don, you weren't here after that Alien Earth episode. I was so mad you weren't here.
oh, okay.
Okay.
But that's all I got this week.
Yeah, I get your point on that.
Anything you always want to talk about that you watched this week?
Interestingly enough, I don't remember putting any movies on except for one. And it's one we've talked about at length. I'm not going to go into it because 2 weeks ago, somebody on this panel right now said that they turned it off before it was finished, and I still can't wrap my mind around it. So I watched Superman again.
Oh,
for like the 5th time.
Fair enough.
And I love it even more.
Yeah. To each their own.
No judgment. I don't understand.
Yeah.
It was announced this week we are getting a new Simpsons movie in 2027.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yes.
I'm happy on that.
I love the minimalist the reveal on it. That was good.
You're also getting the sequel for a Minecraft movie set for July 23rd of 2027. That was announced this morning because it is New York Comic Con weekend, so there'll be some stuff coming up.
Yes.
We've got some more casting for these Beatles movies that Sam Mendes is going to do. They're going to allegedly doing one for each one of them, and then it'll be like an Avengers team up as a separate film. Linda McCartney will be played by the Saoirse Ronan.
Okay. That's good casting.
A Mia McKenna Bruce, who was in an indie film last year called How to Have Sex, will be playing Ringo Starr's first wife, Maureen, who they met. I think she worked at the Canyon Club in the early days. even before Ringo was the drummer.
Okay.
We've also got Bradley Cooper and Margot Robbie involved in an Ocean 11's prequel.
So we have to establish that means that he's Danny and she's going to be playing.
They have not said if
what I'm saying is
there's been no announcements, but it wouldn't shock me.
She has to play Tess.
I'm just saying they haven't said for sure.
Unless they make this an entirely different thing, in which case it no longer becomes a prequel. He has to be Danny. She has to be Tess. I refuse any and all other casting unless it's a different story.
And from the Don's least favorite things category, we have rumblings of your next Disney live action film. They're doing Tangled.
Mm-hmm.
And in talks to play Mother Gothel is one Scarlett Johansson.
Okay, I can see that.
I can go with that.
Because there was another one that was announced in talks or at least in discussion earlier. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about.
Go ahead.
Because Flynn Rider, they're currently allegedly looking at Danny Ramirez from the Captain America and the Winter Soldier, Captain America. Oh my God, why am I drawing a blank at the one that came out this year?
Brave New World.
Help me. Brave New World. Yes. So that Danny Ramirez, that is the sidekick. They are allegedly in talks to play Flynn Rider, and I don't know how I feel about that one.
Movie new releases in places you get movie new releases this week, boys. It's October, which means Hallmark is firing up what they do. We have, and this came out today, a Cherry Pie Christmas. This is not a Warrant documentary. Let's be clear on that.
I'd be more interested.
Yeah. A pastry chef returns to Door County, Wisconsin for the holidays and must choose between her dream job and the legacy of her family's cherry orchard business. With a little help from her high school sweetheart and a lost cherry pie recipe. I'm not making that up. I did not take Mad Libs and just put words in it to come. That's the actual plot. I'm just saying.
I feel like you could have just said the title and we could have intelligently guessed the rest of it rather quickly.
Tron Ares is tomorrow. I am trying to
formulaic works.
Trying to find some time this weekend to say I'm being told you have to see it in IMAX. So I will be trying to find some time tomorrow, maybe, because my weekend's going to get a little crazy. Roofman, which is based on a true story. Channing Tatum plays a guy that's living in a Toys R Us to avoid the authorities. Dinklage is in this. Kirsten Dunst is in this. Lakeith Stanfield is in this. Tony Revolori is in this. I am all in. I want to see this film.
The funny thing is I knew about this story long before it was becoming a movie. And even I, who lived in the area, was like, why is this a thing? And then you tell me it's Channing Tatum. And I'm like, I don't need any more. Please entertain me.
After the Hunt, which I will be screening on Monday. This has Julia Roberts, Ayo Edebiri, Andrew Garfield, and Michael Stuhlbarg. Rose Byrne.
Rob, hold on.
Yeah.
What, Don?
I said we'll be screening that.
No. You were making the hand motions, but none of your audio was coming through.
Oh, okay.
Rose Byrne, Conan O'Brien in a brand new movie called If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. That comes out, looks a little dark. It's kind of I don't know if it's a dark comedy or what they're doing with it. It's a comedy drama thriller.
Well, when you have Rose Byrne and Conan O'Brien, you're pretty much there. You know it's going to be funny, but there's going to be some messed up to it.
The 2025 version of Kiss of the Spider Woman with Diego Luna. I think it's this Tonatia is how you say the name. And Jennifer Lopez, which I have seen, and my review is currently available at www.theclubhousepodcast.com.
That's our website.
This was another case of a movie that was turned into a musical that was turned into a movie of the musical. Bill Condon knows what he's doing. This is not a movie for everybody. There is some very serious adult matter in this, just like the original that won William Hurt an Oscar. But it's good. It's really well done. Friend of the show, Diego Luna. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
And Jennifer Lopez is good in this. And you know that I am very particular when it comes to the stuff she does. She's good in this. But I think there's a specific reason for it.
You know my opinion has nothing to do with their talent.
We have Soul on Fire. This is a true story, faith-based film. I'm sure that the Third Day track of the same name will be featured on the soundtrack. We have an action-adventure fantasy called Death Stalker this week. Let's
Interesting.
See. It's a remake of the 1983 film of the same name.
Oh, okay.
Patton Oswalt is in this.
I have a feeling this is his doing then.
Paul Lazenby's in this.
Okay.
I am intrigued. All right. Also, this week we have a documentary about George Orwell. We also have Fairyland. This has Amelia Jones, Scoot McNairy's in this, who I'm a big fan of. A young girl
pops up randomly.
A young girl recounts growing up in San Francisco in the 70s and 80s with her gay dad. Gina Davis is in this. Maria
Gina Davis.
Adam Lambert's in this. So there's that. Movies on DVD and Blu-ray this week. Fantastic Four: First Steps.
There's need to see this.
Different versions of this that are coming out. There's one that's on Amazon, but it's sold out. That's a gift set that is dope in the steelbook, but it's sold out. I think Walmart's doing an exclusive that's like a fold-out pop-up image. That looks pretty cool. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning also gets a steelbook. So I'll be getting that when it goes used or goes on sale at Barnes & Noble. The movie She Rides Shotgun. This was an indie film that came out earlier this year that I am interested in, as well as Sketch, which got like it, and a movie. I don't know if you guys screened. Did either of you screen Weapons?
No, I wanted to, but I did not get an invite.
June Diane Raphael's in that, and
I've heard nothing but phenomenal things about it.
I read the Wikipedia page. Man, it's creepy. We have Alfred Hitchcock, The Ultimate Collection on 4K. This is 15 of his films in a box set this week. Also, the anniversary edition of The Devil's Rejects, which is getting a 4K steelbook, the Rob Zombie film. Back to the Future is getting a 40th anniversary individual steelbooks and a monster box gift set as well for all three films. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King gets a 4K steelbook, and Criterion does a 4K release of Eyes Without a Face this week. So, want to do a quick tech talk thing. Alex and I talked about this earlier this week. And first of all, I want to shout out to Amazon Prime Days because I got a heck of a deal on these. And I also want to say shout out to a YouTube channel, no free ads, but The Deal Guy. He is a guy that he'll go to tell you about the best deals at Costco every month and Sam's. He just did one for Dollar Tree. He was working on Prime Day. He was going nuts on Prime Day. And he always ends every video with, "I love you, bye-bye." It's weird, but I love it. So it prompted when I got an email based on what's going on Prime Days. Alex, I did it.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
Those are the ones I have. Yeah.
So they were like $50.
I am a big fan of those. I am a massive, massive fan of those. And they are comfortable.
They were like $50 for Prime Days. And ones I was seeing that were generics that I thought about testing just to see if I'd like them, they were like $40. So I'm like, let me just pay an extra $10 because I trust the quality of Raycon.
Do me a favor. Hold that up again. I want to see which version that was. Okay, perfect. Yeah, those are the same ones I have. One thing you're going to need to get used to, the earpieces, not the hook, but the actual speaker, fully customizable and movable.
Yes.
They're super comfy.
I actually have been using them for the last couple of days. First advantage is the size of the carrying case. I cannot, it is going to be very difficult for me to leave these in my pants pocket and wash them, as I have now done with 4 pairs of Raycons. Don, have you seen these? This is what they look like.
Okay.
These do not go in your ear like earbuds.
Okay.
They hook on the back of your ear, and then this piece can rotate so that it fits inside the cartilage of your ear, and it sits right outside your ear canal.
Oh, wow.
So I got them. Prime Days, God bless them, because I ordered them at noon. They were at my house by 6. Because they were more than $25. So first thing I did, paired them. Didn't have to do anything but do on my phone. That's one thing I love about Raycon is you don't have to put it in pairing mode. It recognizes, you pair it, let's go. I queued up some music. The noise canceling on these are fantastic.
It's shocking.
Yeah, it is almost non-believable that my music was kicking. I was enjoying my day. Today I had to go run some errands, so I brought these with me because I had a couple of podcasts to get caught up on. They don't noise cancel as much on a podcast, but it's enough that it does whatever's going on outside doesn't drown out what's in my ears. So
interestingly enough, that's part of the battery on it. When you have music, there's a constant loop. It will actually kill things when there's dead air to try and preserve battery. So that's why you don't get as much noise canceling when there's talking.
So far, so good.
Mm-hmm.
I would highly recommend. These are the open earbuds. There's like 4 or 5 different colors. I just went with black just because keeping it basic. But I am very much enjoying these. I'm looking forward to more work with these. So
they do charge really quick as well. I very much enjoyed that with the case and the docking station because it is just a straight USB-C, so it uses the high-speed charging.
Yeah, this generation of Raycon, which I've been Raycon since almost day one. This generation of Raycon, you get 90% charge in 15 minutes. So nothing wrong with that. And I do love that the way my car is set up. I can leave them in, and then my car Bluetooth overrides.
Yep.
So I like that a lot. So we'll keep you updated on that. And now this. The other half of this show is the Cheap Popcast, your one-stop shop for all things as it pertains to the world of professional wrestling. And October just keeps getting more stuff put in it. Don't forget that the Samway 3 for the NWA is coming up here in a few weeks. It was announced yesterday the Good Brothers will be making an appearance. So it's always good to see those guys getting work.
They did it in a really interesting way, though, with the way they introduced it, using the social media. It was really well done.
TSW, I need you to catch up. Because they're now showing TSW on CW33 before Row, which is smart programming.
Yeah.
But this last week's episode that I watched on Sunday, it was them announcing that they were going to be part of the National Wrestling Alliance. I'm like, that took place before Alex and I went to the show.
Yeah.
For NWA. And that was in January, bro. So, Laredo Kid no longer with TNA. So he is a free agent. And Bound for Glory is this Sunday night. I will be watching. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be a fun show. They're going to actually do the Hall of Fame on Sunday with the beautiful people and Mickey James. Looks like some good matches. Very much looking forward to Bound for Glory because this is their big.
Yeah, it looks like a solid card. Really well built out.
And from the WWE standpoint, Santos Escobar has allegedly re-signed long-term at the last minute, which seems to be the MO as of late.
So after they moved him to the alumni section?
Yeah.
Wow.
Allegedly, the original plan was to put the Mega Championship on him and keep the tag belts on the other two.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that all works out. Normally, I would not put this as a discussion point, but it's so funny to me. And Alex, you and I talked about this at lunch the other day.
Okay.
The likelihood of this being a thing is so remote. And Don, I don't know if you've heard about this.
Okay, what's up?
There are whispers in the wind that this year's Mania will be the last one for the foreseeable future not in Saudi. I do not think that's a thing.
I think that would be company suicide.
It would be, to me, it'd be counterproductive
Yeah.
because you would be asking people to start Mania after breakfast.
Or before, depending on when they want to schedule it.
Right. I do know that I read today that Money in the Bank is now going to be in New Orleans as a consolation prize with the promise that they will have Mania down the road. The quote that I read was that officials are saying, and I quote, "We'll believe it when we see it."
Sounds about right.
So I don't think it's a thing. There's people talking about it right now. Odder things have happened in this industry.
There's a lot of negative heat on the company right now.
Conservatively.
This, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. I don't personally, I don't disagree with you, Don, but from what I'm about to say is more neutral. There's a lot of negative heat on the company. And one of the things we've learned very recently is counter influencing. So this also very well in this day and age could have been somebody making a comment, and it happened to be that one person that the tinder started and then the fire grew. So there's a possibility. There's been no confirmation of discussions on this. I think it's so insane, but we've also known the deal still exists in Saudi Arabia because there's a big check with 3 commas multiple times over.
And the answer to all of your questions is money.
It's about the money. And let me go on this because
remember, keep it in bounds, Don.
I understand. There was, you know how I feel about Saudi Arabia in the first place about some of this, whatever. If it's going to be overseas 6 hours ahead, London should have got it first. London should have got a wrestle. Even Cena teased it at that pay-per-view 2 years ago. And I know how they'll say, hey, Vegas, we did it. We're going to go to New Orleans. Oh, we're going to do Vegas again because the money was there. And they're always on the yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir to Saudi Arabia. They'll give them whatever they want.
Easy.
Because of the money. I'm just saying, we want WrestleMania. And but you did back-to-back Vegas. We want back-to-back WrestleManias. Okay, here you go.
That is a valid point on that one, just because of precedent.
Like I said, I put this on the run sheet because I wanted us to discuss it on a very high level because I thought it was an interesting piece of discussion. I don't think it happens.
I hope it don't.
I don't think it happens either.
There's too much domestic revenue that cities want this.
And the time change. How far ahead it is. When it starts,
I still maintain let AEW run its biggest show ever, countering it in 2 years, and let's see what happens.
But speaking of time change, Crown Jewel Perth is this Saturday, and it will be at 8 a.m. Eastern time. Now, here's the snafu. This was not thought through well.
No.
What I'm about to say. No, you don't know, Don, you don't know what I'm about to say.
I know. Listen, they never thought this through, but go ahead.
It was mentioned earlier this week that they're doing the same deal where you can watch Crown Jewel in a movie theater. On the surface, dig it, here for it. Yeah. But the first thing I said to Alex was, that's still 7 o'clock in the morning for some of these theater employees. However, now, depending on the market you're in, tickets will run you anywhere from $16 to $28 a piece. However, they're going to show it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon local time. So I'm going to spend what I would spend on a meal for myself and my wife to watch something that ended 6 hours before I'm going to start it, which means I'm going to have to avoid the internet and people like the plague. And and Alex said this to me the other day at lunch, there's going to be that one guy in the theater that's going to ruin it for everybody. Oh, here's who wins this match. I already know because it's already happened.
Can you believe they...
This is a bad idea.
Yeah, here comes the cash in, guys.
Well, no, that's not even a cash in. They're
we don't have
shooting
that
themselves in the foot on that one, Don.
Luckily, we don't have
That's
that
kind of
problem.
what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I can understand when it's a noon local start time and it's live. Makes sense to me because your theaters are going to open. Your first shows are usually 11 to 12 noon on a weekend anyway. This is a bad idea.
All around.
And my heart goes out to the people that are going to shell out good money and have this thing ruined for them. And if you're that guy, I hope you are removed and reprimanded for it.
There's exactly one circumstance where this makes sense. And there's none of that. Here's where this would make sense. We watch it on our own. And then we are hired to go do a live show where we already know what's coming and we're not Jim Ross. I mean, the only way you do this is as an additive. If it's the same thing, but in a movie theater, the only way I could see this being good is I didn't feel like waking up. Somehow nobody spoiled it for me. The same thing happened to you guys, and we just decided to go to the movies.
Yeah.
None of those things are happening.
And
I'm just saying it right now.
And they still haven't announced that I can have ESPN Unlimited with YouTube TV yet.
Mm-hmm.
I got one question I did because I was gone last week, and I don't know if you brought it up or not. And there was some heat that came after the fact on this, but on that Nia Jax kick out of SmackDown a week and a half ago,
We talked about it.
Yeah, talked. I'll let you know.
Yeah, because it wasn't here real fast. I know the ref was doing her bit. She was supposed to, even though there was no kick out, she was doing her. If you were Triple H or something and you say, hey, if the wrestler screws up, ref, just count the 3. She should have
That's the
kicked
old
out.
Vince rule.
What?
That's the old Vince rule.
Yeah.
But the difference is because this was a title match, we actually had this covered. Nia Jax was allegedly not supposed to be eating the pin. Jessica Carr, who was reffing it, went to Nia to update her. You can see it happen about maybe 3 minutes before the end of the match, where Jessica communicates, you need to eat the pin. So when Nia came in and just had the kick off, she thought she was eating a pin. She thought that was going to be the go home because the actual close with the prettiest moonsault ever, she didn't think they were still going to do it on her. So she was just trying to get out so Jade could get help. Now, mind you, they wound up taking Jade out by herself because that is a tough woman. But Nia literally thought they were going home at that point because it was a pivot.
And that's my thing. The rep, I think, I understand they could fix the script the next week. If they don't kick out, hit the 3.
No, I get you on that one, Don. But I also understand they wanted to make sure to still have the big finish. For
here's the thing, Don. If the voice in your ear tells you this is the pivot, this is the pivot.
Yeah,
that's why you have the earpiece.
Yeah, because remember that one with Damian Priest, the same thing happened where the ref did not count and he laid down. I mean,
the ref.
I don't know.
The ref controls the match, and the ref controls.
Well, I understand that.
They're told.
Yeah. But the big difference on the one you're referencing, though, Don, Damian was supposed to win, and he didn't hear the count. So that was a very different situation. This was having to change the actual outcome.
Yeah.
On SmackDown this past Friday, Solo references that there's another piece to the puzzle. Who is it?
Zilla.
That's my first thought.
I don't like it, but it's Zilla.
I don't either. And he's on such a face run right now in Raw. It's going to be an adjustment.
But you know the company's stance on that.
Yeah.
To this day, they still say what you've done in other places does not
But
matter.
I'm saying he's a really good face, and it's going to take some work.
I feel like they want to lean into him as and I'm going to say this very politely because I like the kid. He's a natural heel. He is like Logan Paul because he's a very showy individual. He comes across as a natural heel. So putting him in there to kind of guide him up and not let him get lost in the TNA NXT fight feels like the right move to me.
Don, what do you
I will say this: his Superman spike is pretty cool when he hits it right.
Yeah,
Superman. Yeah.
Are you saying Zilla as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there really another option though? I would love to hear other ideas but I got nothing. I got there. It's the returning Tamatanga if it's not Zilla.
He's the one. Yeah, he's missing. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Can we stop renaming street fights? Because tomorrow now we have an Australian street fight. What makes that different? Are they going to swing the weapons the other way?
I can't wait to hear somebody get. I can't wait to see somebody get hit with a didgeridoo.
They're gonna bring in boxing kangaroos. Remember that boxing?
Boomerang won't come back.
Remember?
But here's my other problem. It's always the city. It's always the city. Why is this an Australian street fight?
Because it could end up on the streets in Australia.
They'll use Foster's
but
beer.
it's Perth. But it's a Perth street fight.
I'm just It's called a street fight. Street fight's a street fight. It's a street fight. I don't. Why do we have to put qualifiers on a street fight? Like,
if we absolutely want to get cute with it, call it an Aussie fight.
But I hate to tell you, I'm not going to pay $30 for the ESPN.
We know. We heard you.
Yeah.
But in that same vein, I want to put a positive on this before we get away from the Australian street fight, though.
Okay, street fight.
How great has Bronson Reed been?
He's making the best of this opportunity for sure.
That dude is great. Did you see the other noteworthy news item with him?
I don't know if I did or not.
I'm a little disappointed at the change to his merch. Does that ring a bell?
No.
So what is the name that they are using for Bronson Reed right now?
He's the tribal thief.
Because he stole
Roman shoes.
Yeah. So they were putting the Jordans on the shirt initially. Not really, dude. Nike sent Kai, I'm talking.
Hi.
I'm talking. Nike sent a cease and desist and made them remove the Jordans.
And today I saw that they've got what appears to be the first Nike ad with Roman in it. So
the only thing I saw on that was AI, though.
I wasn't sure if it was real or not.
I'm not sure because we've had reports that he was going to get a Jordan.
It's a cool looking poster.
Yeah. No, it absolutely is. But here's the other thing that catches me. They put the shoe right over the finger, and it's not a big change on the shoe. So I feel like what was released is more somebody just doing AI on something that's been reported for 2 years now.
November 18th episode of NXT will be from MSG.
That's big.
And Showdown was a thing. We now finally have an NXT belt going to TNA because now the Hardys have both sets of belts and they will both be on the line Sunday at Bound for Glory.
Have you heard the reports on this?
Maybe.
What one of the alleged payoffs for TNA is here?
What's that?
Because they work with independent companies, the Hardys are about to go on a Monet-like journey.
Because don't they already have the fourth rope tag team belts too?
I believe they have Hog.
Okay.
I don't know if they have fourth rope.
But
I know they are going to a Hog match as well for the tag titles if they don't have them.
Not really much else happened on Showdown, but something got past me and then I read about it and I went, well played. So I want to send a shout out to Jordan Grace. She was the referee in the women's match.
Yep.
She gave a yellow and red card to Jada Parker. For those of you that don't know, Jada Parker was a professional soccer player. So well played. Well played is all I have to say about that.
Honestly, I don't have issue with it being the Hardys, but am I coming through that hot?
No, I hit my microphone.
Oh, no. You seem to keep making a face. I want to make sure I'm not blowing your ears out.
The face I was making was hitting my microphone. And
gotcha. I still think Mustafa Ali should have been the first TNA guy to win an NXT title. He should have won but the problem with that is I don't want Ethan Page to lose because he's doing such great work. But Mustafa Ali absolutely deserves every bit of what is happening. Deserves every bit of getting a title.
And the end got cut off for me. They were still talking, and it was
really?
Yeah. They talked about having knockouts in the Battle Royale this coming Tuesday, and they were still talking, and it just cut to commercial. So I hope I didn't miss anything cool at the very end.
That would be terrible.
Yeah. AEW news, Bandito may or may not have a dislocated shoulder.
If there's anybody who can sell an injury without being injured, bro, Bandito has gotten us in the room multiple times.
And this week's ROH started with the CMLL match with him and Hechicero for the Ring of Honor title.
That's a great match.
That crowd was hotter than fish grease, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if they brought it out yet. Just go back to TNA. Dana Brooks / Ash by Elegance. Did they came out why she had to give up? Does anybody know?
Nope.
They're still keeping.
They're just saying injury.
Yep.
All they're saying is injured,
and she may not come back.
Although before we get too far away from it, we do have positive news on Piper Niven. He's expected to make a full recovery.
Oh, good, because they weren't sure she was going to make it back after that.
The early reports were allegedly premature. I was trying to find a better word, but we're allegedly premature. She's now expected to make a full recovery. However, there has also been a report of possibly doing a short-term deal with somebody as a replacement agent, and I want this to happen.
Go ahead.
It is Indy Hartwell.
Interesting.
I mean, they're already in Australia.
Yeah. Taz will be undergoing shoulder replacement surgery.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. And Kota Ibushi is also injured right now.
Allegedly, he took a bad spot that led to him having to get put into an ambulance and go straight to the hospital. So we hope he's okay in any way that's possible.
Yeah, and they've already taped Collision. I have not read the spoilers. I will watch it Saturday night. The only note I have from AEW this week is from Tuesday night's Dynamite. My God, I watched a lot of wrestling Tuesday night. I gotta stop being so stubborn and trying to watch it all night because I was up late. That was 4.5 hours worth of wrestling. And this week's Dynamite is 3 hours because you're getting Dynamite and Collision because you're getting ready for Wrestle Dream. Daniel Garcia has been with the Death Riders for an hour and a half and still has the coolest shirt of any of them.
Low bar.
Have you seen that shirt that he was?
No, I haven't.
It's a hoodie, and it's got the Death Riders owl on it, but it looks like it was spray painted over like a. Let me see if it's on their shop.
I'll take a look. You keep going.
Well, that's the only note I have. So.
Oh, okay. I have another one. Do you want me to hold off or go?
No, go ahead.
So, are we just going to speed run the Jungle Express return? Because we're already telegraphing the end in the first match back.
I do like that he's not coming, and I said this last week, he's not coming out full Jungle Boy.
Mm-hmm.
He does have like a little sheath where a knife would go, but he's wearing black jeans, and I'm okay with what they're doing.
But they also announced him in a certain way that somebody else said when AEW started.
Did they use
Jungle Jack Perry?
Yeah. I'm not seeing any.
What I'm seeing from this is we're already speed running the end because he's already kind of being a jerk to the boy and his dino. We've already seen the pictures of Luchasaurus was brought back by a Frankenstein, or should I say a Frankenstein level work. So we're going to potentially get because here's the other thing. I'm cool with speedrunning it if we get to the really cool story of mimicking Frankenstein with Perry being the man's hubris of Dr. Frankenstein and Luchasaurus being the monster. And we find a way to tell a cool story that way. I could roll with you on that if that's what we're leading towards, or am I just reading too much into this?
I think you're reading too much into it at this point. I don't think that they know what they're doing at this point, honestly. But I mean, I'm here for the ride.
Yeah. We've always said we don't mind the destination as long as the journey is fun.
It's good that he's back, both of them.
Yeah. There's been talk of maybe a Marco Stunt quick shot, but nothing solid yet. So, but that's all. Unless you guys got anything else?
I wonder if you bring Marco Stunt back as your Jurassic Express and then have Perry on his own.
Maybe. Anything else, Don?
Well, my only question really was the Dana Brooke, what we found out, and what about any update on Adam Cole, Bebe?
The only thing I've read this week is that he is doing a voice for a video game on the Steam platform. Speaking of Steam, should have done this talk. I now have, excuse me, I have Steam now. I got all of the old school You Don't Know Jack games in a combo pack for 99 cents. I'm very excited about this. Alex seems distraught.
No, my brain went somewhere else.
Ooh, Scataboo.
Scat man.
I've got it.
So
I got him in the Sunset Lounge League this week.
I had another realization with Don asking about Adam Cole.
Baby.
If Jack Perry is Frankenstein, did they bring Adam Cole back from the dead? Since remember how Britt Baker first addressed the Bucks?
No.
Don't. We loved that when they groaned, "You killed my boyfriend." That was funny.
Gotta get her back on TV.
That's not coup.
She's under injury or just taking time?
No, I think she's gone.
You think
her contract's not up to the end of the year, so.
Well, I don't think that they're going to use her or renew her or anything in that scope. I think she's genuinely out the door, and right now they're just riding out the contract.
All right.
Do you think she would go to another brand, or do you think she's just going to be a dentist?
You'll be a dentist.
Yeah, to be perfectly honest, she's kind of the prototype for NXT because she lives and operates in Orlando, I believe, or in Florida. So NXT wouldn't be too far.
All right, there's a QR card.
Do we have an ad read to hit before we hit the road?
We do, dadgummit. If you're like me, you've been having some sleepless nights lately. Especially my wife is house sitting this week. And the boys were just relentless last night. Dad, mom's not here. Dad. Maybe you got pain, maybe you got anxiety. But what if you could get rid of those things and do it naturally? We are huge fans of CBD House of Healing. They're an official sponsor right here at Sunset Lounge DFW. It's a women-owned CBD boutique. They want to help you out, but they want to do it the right way. They are women-owned. Only products from their lab is what they sell because they held very high quality standards. Summer Hansen, who's the owner, she's also a registered nurse. She wants to build those trusted relationships through education. So it's not like, she wants you to be able to self-care because self-care is the most important thing. She wants to get you the right thing for the right thing and not just because there's a profit margin. She believes in helping others. You want that release from aches and pains and sleepless nights? You can go to their website if you're not here local in the area, cbddallas.com. But you can also go to 8550 Plano Road. That's at Northwest Highway, Suite 101, Northwest Highway and Plano Road in Dallas. CBD House of Healing. Get started healing at the House of Healing. For us, there's a QR code over there. You can hit it for all of our social medias. You can follow me on your social medias if you would like. Everything is at that. Yes, that Rob Irvin. That's spelled ERVIN.
I am Vexploit on all social media. If you'd like to help out the show, please go to ProWrestlingTees.com and search for the Cheap Popcast. We've got a lot of different designs, a lot of different color options within those designs. If you're an artist and you have a design you want to contribute or a tweak you'd like to see made, but you're going to contribute it to us, you'll get 100% of the proceeds of any shirt sold.
Gives us awesome shirts that even make me look good. ProWrestlingTees.com/Cheap Popcast. At Twitter, I'm at Igbunu. IGBNUU. If you want this matters to your place, email me, Don at clubhousepodcast.com.
Love doing live shows and hanging out with the Empire. I want to let you know Diff Shorts coming up. I don't think we'll be able to be. I can't be there because I think I'm booked, but I'm going to double check. But check out Diff Shorts. It's their short film festival that they do every year. You can email me questions, comments, concerns. Tell me to go pound sand. I am Rob at theclubhousepodcast.com. Charla Marshall's on Pinterest because we are morally obligated to say that. Our normal show every Thursday night, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, is your one-stop shop for all things sports, entertainment, pop culture, and pro wrestling. So until next week, for Alex, for Don, for the Empire, I'm Rob. Clubhouse is closed. Brittany Palmer been kind of quiet. Hope she's doing all right.
This is a Stolen Water Media production.